Is that a frog? Can I see? Can I see? Show Mama. Alright, so I'm walking out to the meat chickens. We've actually been in Montana for the last week visiting family. Colt goes every summer and spends a few weeks with his grandparents, and then I usually go over and pick him up. But now that we live closer, I was able to drive over, spend a few days visiting everyone, letting them get to know the little boys, just because we lived so far away before, they haven't spent a whole lot of time with them. So we just got back. We were gone for 5 or 6 days and just kind of catching up on stuff here. Brittany was home and took care of the animals and kind of held down the fort, but the meat chickens are getting really big. I think they're 6 or 7 weeks old now. I'll have to double check. But they're out here. They're actually really looking good. This is a much healthier, better batch than our last ones were. They're all feathered out and just growing really well. They're actually growing really fast. And so we kind of had a problem with one of them getting too big and doesn't really want to keep up now when we move the chicken tractor. And then the boys found one of them this morning with a broken leg. So sometimes that happens when they gain weight too quickly. We've been keeping them on a 12-hour feed on and off rotation, but sometimes they still get too big. So this one here, Ben, leave it alone. This one here is going to go in a brooder for the night, and then I need to track down the really big one that's barely walking and also put it in the brooder. And we're just gonna keep them in there overnight. I don't have time today to process them. We've got open house for school. School starts in 2 days, and we've got some other stuff we really gotta get done. So these two are just gonna go in a brooder overnight, and then tomorrow morning we'll get them processed quickly and get them in the freezer. So let me show you. You can kind of see that when they start gaining weight, they just lay down a lot. They're getting moved to fresh grass every day. You can kind of see out there like where we've been moving them. And so I think that's the big guy right back there. I don't know if you can see that or not, if it'll focus. There's one big old chicken back there. I'm gonna have Colt come back over here and pull him out, and then we'll get a spritter box set up probably in the shop for the night, and we'll just get him done tomorrow. What you doing, bud? Yeah. No, I brought you a sponge so you can clean it. What you doing, Bonnie? Come here. Colt's up here. He's sticking with us today. He's only got 2 days left till he starts school, and so he's helping do some chores, and he's gonna scrub out the trough for me. Why don't you use the hose, and then you can clean it as you go. Okay. There you go. Oh. So the cows are just over a year old, so our hope is to breed them this winter. I know it's kind of off season, but I don't want to wait until they're 2. So So our goal is to breed them this winter and have them calve around 2 years old. And then we kind of got to work on this barn a little bit before winter time. I'm not sure if we're going to close up part of the side of it so that we're not dealing with wind and snow. I'm not really sure how it's going to be this winter because we haven't been here through the winter yet. So we'll see. We're going to put hay in the top half of this barn, and hopefully we'll be getting that in the next month or so. And then this back half on this side will be where the cows are at. So let me show you. So this barn is open on the long side, and so we might end up closing half of it in. Haven't quite decided yet. I'm really hoping, wow, you are really pushing on me. It's not grain, goofball. It's just minerals. Get out of here. Here. You're so pushy. We don't really know if the snow is gonna blow in and drift. I feel like if they built it so that it's open on this side, it probably doesn't drift off this hill. I think the wind comes from the other side, but we don't know for sure. And I don't really want to get into the middle of winter and then be trying to put up siding on this barn. So we'll figure it out. It's something we haven't really discussed a whole lot. The cows have been out here grazing. This is the original spot that we had fenced in. And it's all coming back nice and green because they've got all of this up here now to graze. Colt's excited that we got a couple four-wheelers. It's his favorite.
Yep.
All right. Ooh. It's not going just a little bit, but it's not ready. There you go. Is that a frog?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Hey,
Can I see? Show Mama.
it's a small one.
A small frog?
Yeah.
You're not afraid?
No. Hey.
Okay, let's go find you a frog. There's some in the garden.
No.
Yeah?
I'm cooking there and no.
You checked in there and no?
No.
Oh.
Alright, Colt. I'm going to grab a ladder.
Okay.
You bring the wheelbarrow and a bucket. And we're going to go around the house to clean the gutters.
Okay. That one.
What you doing, kitty kitty?
Wow. I'm out froggy, Mom.
Alright, so I haven't been in the garden much since I've gotten home. We did get the little Mantis rototiller going so I could at least weed a little bit. But this is crazy. None of this was this big when I left a week ago. I could walk straight through here and now I can't. I'm definitely learning that no one needs this many pickling cucumbers. This entire area is pickling cucumbers, and next year we're not going to plant that many. And then also, I just kind of forget how much room everything takes up, and so all the pumpkins here, it's just craziness. There's pumpkin and butternut squash, and I should have really spread them out. Or maybe I'll move them somewhere else outside of the garden next year because they take up so much space. But they're just crazy tall. And then all my corn is getting tall. It's like 5 foot tall, 5.5 feet tall. So pretty excited about that. I'm waiting on dill. All the dill is just about ready to flower. I don't know. We'll see. I've got this line of dill here, and it's just about ready to bloom. So when it's ready, I can start doing pickles and dilly beans and everything else. But that's all dill I'm waiting on. But this is all pickling cucumbers here. I do have a big gopher problem in the garden. They got a hold of one of the cucumber plants, and I can see they're popping up around like all my strawberries and my asparagus. And so I have a feeling things will probably start dying soon because I think they're going to eat all the roots. But we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of tempted to move my strawberries into a raised bed for next year, and then they can just fill that up, because it was really hard to find them in the weeds, and I kept accidentally yanking them out and then having to replant them. So I don't want to do that next year. I'd like them to have like an established bed, so maybe I'll move them outside of the garden or just into a corner or something. But everything else is looking amazing. All my pole beans I got trellised right before I left are just covering it. All the bush beans. What's wrong with you, kitty kitty? This is one of our little kittens. You should be catching gophers for me. All the bush beans are starting to put out beans. All my onions are getting big. All the carrots are taking over. Broccoli's looking good. It's just, oh, and then my dahlias. I do have some zinnias over here, and they're starting to put on blooms, so they look good. And then my dahlias are starting to bloom, which I'm really excited about. These are my favorite flowers. I think this is Onesta. It's starting to open up. And then, oh, I planted peas. I don't think I put that in my last video. Oop, there's a big frog. Where are you? Right there. Hi, froggy. There are also so many frogs everywhere here, which is awesome. But I planted a bunch of sugar snap peas on the back fence line, and they are starting to take off, which is exciting. And then, yeah, like I said, all the dahlias are just starting to get some blooms on them. So this is a nice soft ball dahlia. I don't quite remember the name of some of them, but I also have a whole bunch of dill out in the dahlia patch too. But all of these are just starting to put on blooms. So, oops, just keep chasing this frog around. So these will all be opening up soon. And then my sunflowers are getting huge. And the cosmos are starting to bloom back here. I always love cosmos because they're just kind of so whimsical. And they're just so easy to grow. And they go everywhere. This is my watermelon patch, and it's just, I can't even find it in the weeds now. But the watermelon I have found are absolutely tiny. So I don't think they're gonna do anything before the end of the season, before we get our hard frost. Which kind of stinks, but at least I know better for next year. We've been here for almost 2 months now, so just kind of a learning process. Kind of got the garden in late, so this is just what it will be. But let's see. Oh, and then all my tomatoes. Goodness, this is all my tomatoes, and they're just like huge and taking over everything. But they've got some good tomatoes on them, so I'm pretty excited about that. Let me see if I can find them. These are marigolds I should have planted somewhere else because they're just too big. Oh yeah, here we go. All these good looking tomatoes. So exciting. Next month I'll probably do like an end of the season fall garden tour. But it's exciting. It's nice to like leave a week and then come back and see just how much everything has grown, because it grows fast for sure. Anyways, we gotta get gutters cleaned out on the house. We're kind of just doing some maintenance before winter time. So we're gonna go work on that. And what else are we doing? Oh, we're gonna make some sauerkraut. My aunt sent me home a giant cabbage, so I was gonna try canning some sauerkraut. And yeah, I think that's it. If I can find some dill around here that's actually ready, I'll do some pickles and dilly beans. Get the boys out here to help me pick some green beans. Well, I came out earlier before we started cleaning out gutters on the house and checked over that chicken that the boys thought had a broken leg, and she doesn't. I'm not really sure exactly what happened. She's kind of got like an injured leg. or she's just too heavy to walk. I'm not really sure. But I actually put her back in with the rest of the chickens just so she has food and water. And then tomorrow morning we will take care of processing her and processing the other big one and maybe a couple of the larger chickens in this batch just to kind of break it up. So if I can remember, I'm pretty sure they're 7 weeks old today. So they're not too soon. I mean, it's a week early, but that's okay. So we'll take care of those guys in the morning, and then we got some other projects to take care of. But I think that's it. They're all kind of fat and happy out here. I got the rest of their food for the evening, some fresh water, and they're good to go. I'm gonna wait until they're about this long. Okay? And they're kind of thick around, okay? So we're gonna start at one end on this side. Nope, nope. You're gonna go on that side. Okay, you kind of just lift them, and they're kind of on the bottom. So show me what kind you're gonna pick, so I know you're picking the right size. Let me see. We'll pull it off and show me.
Mom,
Yep. What, buddy?
I come in.
You're coming in?
Yeah, big cucumbers.
I think he's just playing on the court.
Mom, do frog.
I'll keep
I
an eye
got
on them.
it. I do frog.
You caught a frog?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. dude.
Come in.
Okay, okay, gentle.
I'll put water on the boil and I'll keep popping out, keep an eye on them.
Oh, they're okay, they're fine.
Okay.
A little bigger. Okay, where's your first one? Compare it to that.
Come back. Come back.
Much bigger, right? That's a good one.
See? So big. Oh, I found some on your side, Mom.
Go ahead, you're fine.
Help.
Look.
I got the big frog. Like these. There's no one, Mom.
Throw it in.
There's no one. There's no one.
There's
I
another
found
one.
a sea.
Oh, yeah.
Look it. I found a sea.
Nice.
There's no sea
Okay,
too.
hold on, Ellie. I'll help you.
Whoa. There's a long one.
Here,
Lots of
Ellie.
them that are running.
Let's see.
To be picked.
You pick this one right there.
Picked off the bodies.
There you go. Put it in the
That's a
basket.
That's
You can pick this one.
what's in there?
There you go. Put it in the basket.
Yeah, pepper for Mama.
Here, right here. Look, this big one.
He kickles.
Come get it.
He kickles. Mom, frogs don't kickle.
Whoa.
Yeah, frogs do tickle.
Don't smush it, Henry.
Oh, there's a big one. And here we go.
Oh, such a little. Okay, right here.
Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! I found a giant one. Oh, put him over here.
Do you know what those are?
Peppers.
What kind?
Green peppers?
Nope. Jalapeno.
Oh.
You get that really big one.
Eh.
There you go. Okay, and that one, and then that's it. Don't break it. Go the other way or you'll break the branch. There you go. Good job.
I can couple them.
You got a frog? Can you see?
I've been couple.
You being very careful with them?
Yeah.
We gotta be kind to them, huh?
Is this all peppers right here?
Some of them are bell peppers, and some are jalapenos, and some are banana. I don't think the banana peppers are ready. Okay, here's this one.
I got funky.
Banana pepper. Put it in your basket.
I've been couple.
Good job.
I got it. Oh, Mom, I'm gonna stir it. Okay.